Hey guys, I just want to try something a little bit different over the next few days where I would give maybe like a daily devotion just for the Easter weekend that's coming up. Not like an in-depth devotion like I've been doing on our live streams, but just sort of something short, sweet, less than 5 minutes, just to celebrate Easter weekend. So today is known as Maundy Thursday. You may not have heard that before, but what Maundy Thursday refers to is the night before Jesus was killed. They had the Last Supper, and Jesus washed his disciples' feet. And that's what Maundy means. It means the ceremony of foot washing. To sort of set the scene, this is told in John 13. It says, after they had the supper, Jesus got up, he took off his coat, he put on a towel like a servant would wear, and he went around and started washing his disciples' feet. Now, back in that day and age, people wore sandals everywhere. It's kind of dusty and dirty, so your feet got really nasty. This was something that people did kind of regularly, but this was something for slaves. This was something that servants did. It was strange that Jesus, the rabbi, the teacher, had gotten up and washed his disciples' feet. In fact, Peter resisted him. He was like, no, you shouldn't be doing this. But eventually Jesus, convinced him and he did it. And I just sort of want to read just a little bit of that. This happens right after Jesus has washed his disciples' feet, and he explains why he did it. In John 13, verse 12, it says, when Jesus had washed their feet and put on his outer clothing, he reclined again and said to them, do you know what I have done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are speaking rightly, since that is what I am. So if I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you also should do just as I have done for you. Truly I tell you, a servant is not greater than his master, and a messenger is not greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, you are blessed if you do them. That's what Jesus said to explain it. Jesus was setting the example for us about how we ought to serve each other like he served us. Now, I want to put a little note in here. A lot of churches, a lot of pastors sort of do a ceremony of foot washing where they wash each other's, they wash people's feet as a ceremony, essentially to serve each other, to show that, humility and these sorts of things. I don't have any problem with that as such. But it's hypocritical if we'll come to church and we'll wash each other's feet as a part of a service or something like that, but we won't actually serve each other in practical ways. When Jesus washed his disciples' feet, he did something that was practical, that was necessary, something that had to be done anyways, and something that people expected to be done. He was giving something that was very practical. Nowadays, frankly, we don't really need foot washing. We all have showers, we all wear nice shoes that keep our feet, kind of somewhat clean anyways. We don't need it in the same way that they needed it back then. And so if we do the ceremony of foot washing, but we don't actually do the practical things that people need, we're not really serving like Jesus. And so this Easter weekend, I want to encourage you, find a way to serve somebody practically. If there are dishes in the sink, wash the dishes. If there's trash in the trash can, take the trash out. Do something practical without having to be told and without expecting a thank you, without expecting anything in return. And that'll be what it's like to serve like Jesus. I hope this encouraged you. Be on the lookout tomorrow. I'll post another one of these about Good Friday. I'm looking forward to it. Love y'all.